What's good, my great people? L up on set from ksound.com. First of all, I'd like to make an announcement. Of course, Native Instruments has dropped a new design on us. All right, it is the Kontrol Mark II alongside the Mark III version of the machine. All right, let's cut to the chase. You guys already know what's going on. There's been pictures and videos that's been leaking even before the release date. So this is just a video of my thoughts and how I feel, my first look at this. And I just want to share with you guys just a few things that stuck out to me. So I'm not going to be able to address everything, but you know, this is just, you know, what's going on in my head when I seen those videos and those pictures or whatever, whatnot. So as you can see, they pretty much updated the design on the Mark II version of the Kontrol. It is now sort of identical to the machine here on the right. And I would say the design was kind of inspired by the Machine Studio, because I am used to these two screens, right? If you use a Machine Studio, you've seen these two screens before, but they go a little bit deeper in the design and what you can see on your screen and the different things that's going along with this. Of course, there will be a software update making it even more sweeter. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten that question. I said, will they be updated in the software? Of course, definitely. So the Mark I and the Mark II side by side. Let's take a look at that. Now, check this out. Are you familiar with this? This was dope when it first came out. It had all of the, you know, the touch strip here. It was like, whoa, you know, that's pretty dope. And the everything that works together with the software itself, the complete software. You probably can't see everything, but you got your transport section, you got different things that kind of, you know, everything was pretty cool. You got all types of keyboards nowadays, MIDI devices that does all types of things. You got your simple, if you're a simple person, you got a simple MIDI keyboard that works great. And then you got your more advanced, and then you got Kontrol S. This thing, to me, I consider this as a music production smart keyboard. This is what I consider this as. The new thing that they're doing now is making this interchangeable, or to be able to link your favorite DAW, or the major DAWs, as they say. And I'm sure in future releases there will be compatibility with all DAWs that is ever used. Now, the thing I thought was interesting, the DAWs that they list was Cubase, Nuendo, Logic Pro. And those DAWs I feel like is somewhat similar to Studio One, which is what I use on a daily basis. So you know, once I get my hands on this, I'm gonna definitely try. You know, I will. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, if it don't work, there will be some type of update in the future. I'm pretty sure of that, because if it's already interacting with DAWs now, I can't see it being far away from working with Studio One. I'm just saying. But just look at these devices and how they are different. We're doing a comparison right now. So what I've noticed is that these LED lights just above the keys, on the old version, it was more so a horizontal rectangular look. They updated the look here. Now it's more like a stripe above the keys now. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. I actually liked the rectangle or whatever, but you know, this is cool. You know, it is what it is. And as you can see, they took on the design of the MK3, or the MK3. The machine took on the design of this here. Either way, it's updated. It doesn't have the same look. They definitely, you know, I did like the colors or whatever, that, you know, the whole vibe or whatever. Again, I don't have this in front of me. I don't know if these have colors like LED shining through the actual or on the side. I'm not really sure. I did see videos. I don't remember what was actually going on anyway, but I like the new design. I really do. I like the new design. And you know, this is very identical to the machine MK2. So them being side by side, I'm telling you guys, this is something I learned. What I learned was that you know, you can have these two screens doing one thing, and this is doing something totally different. And so if you have both of these devices connected, that's actually 4 screens. Did you hear what I said? You have 4 screens. That is the secret to having both devices. They're not, you know, nobody really looking at it like that, but you can have these 2 screens. You can be looking at the scene or the patterns, or, you know, this could be a sample screen where you're chopping up something. And this can be, you know, as shown here, your mix screen or your browse screen. And speaking of browse, the cool thing that they did about the browse is, you know how when you search for a sound or samples in the machine here, this was something we was doing in the machine. We had searched for a sample and we can hear a preview of it, which was dope before you even load it onto a pad. But once you go into the sounds or the instrument, which is shown down here, this is a good example. So if you in the browse section looking for these type of sounds, you know, the bigger libraries, whatever, there isn't a preview for these at all. So what they did was they updated the sound to reflect every selection. So now we have a preview now, is really what I'm saying. So that's pretty dope. And so with that being said, that speeds up the workflow and it just changes the game. You know what I mean? I like that. Let's further look at the design. You do know about the 4 directional. They talked about that. Pretty dope. In my other video where we was taking a first look at the Machine MK3, I wasn't really sure how this worked, but then I saw videos where I seen a couple of guys kind of like move it up and down and side to side. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how that works. Say for instance you in the mix window and you can actually use this thing to just, you know, kind of nudge it over each time to go to another channel. You know what I mean? I thought that was cool. And of course all of the knobs are touch sensitive, so it brings up, you know, pretty cool features, or like a short menu showing you what's all available there. They did that update in the Machine Studio, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, let's look at this this section a little bit closer. You know, it was blurry before, but now we have a more focused, you know, this is pretty cool. You have the shift, and so I'm guessing shift is to, like, if you hit shift scale, it will be edit, you know, shift edit your scale. Arpeggiators right there in front of you. Okay, quantize. Man, this type of function on the keyboard is pretty awesome. You got, you know, you can activate your loop. It's like all the functions that you're used to seeing on the studio or on the machine. It is now implemented in this navigation section here, or this transport is what I really was saying. And you can toggle between presets. I'm not sure what the preset is really geared towards, but you can go track by track. Maybe that's what track is here. I don't know. Key mode. Let's talk a little bit about key mode. Key mode is actually dope, and this is what they say. And I've actually seen a video of a guy doing it. He say that you know, if you're using the MK3, the machine, right? You use a machine. You can go to each pad. If you're in sample mode, everything you hear is just per pad, right? It's just one sound per pad. But once you get to those kits where there's more sounds within that pad, where you have to go to the keyboard mode, like it was always like shift keyboard mode for me to get to those extra kicks and snares, hi-hat, crash cymbals and stuff like that within a kit or whatever. Then I would have to hit shift keyboard. Like I just said, it was always another step. But with this here, you just hit key mode, right? And then your keyboard becomes that keyboard or that key mode, like automatically. So there's no more like shift keyboard or, you know, anything like that. If you have the keyboard, you can just immediately go into that mode, you know, using this this control, and you already there. which is dope. I like that. Okay, another look at, I'll just pull some pictures from Native Instruments site, showing you guys what's going on. You can definitely go to nativeinstruments.com and look at this yourself, but we just talking a little bit about it. So what I'm thinking is this plug-in button right here, since it works with DAWs, I'm guessing that plug-in switches between, I don't know, I could be wrong, I don't know. I'm not sure what that button is that switch between the machine, the software, and what actually activates that link between the DAW on your computer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure. Wait till I get my hands on this thing. I'll definitely show you guys how this all works. Okay, here's another look at everything together. Again, I just pulled these pictures together, but let's talk a little bit about this mod wheel. Let's go here. Now, it was said they put the traditional mod and pitch bend the wheel back here because of keyboard players. Real keyboard players was having an issue with doing anything. They wasn't used to the touch strip thing that they had going on, and I'm not really sure what the real issue was. It could have been something difficult for a keyboard to just touch strip, pitch bend something, versus the regular way of doing it. I'm guessing that's what it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't as effective. Real keyboard players, that's not me, so it is either or with me. It doesn't really matter. I like the touch strip thing. They did keep it down here, so there's a touch strip down here at the bottom, so it didn't go away. It's just this was re-implemented. You know what I mean? It's a cool thing that Native Instruments was listening to people who actually use this thing and want to invest and make this their instrument. So that was pretty much all I had for the Kontrol. I hope you guys have it in your bucket list to get. This thing drops October 5th. Like I say, once I get my hands on this, there will be all types of videos. I will be creating courses, new lessons on the website artisound.university. Let me know, guys, what you think. Is it worth it? Do you feel like it's an upgrade from the first version? Let me know if you already have the Kontrol S Mark 1, and if you plan on purchasing the Mark 2. I think that this is a real update. I think this is really dope. Everything that you can do, because it's like a hybrid of the machine. You know what I'm saying? A hybrid of the machine within your keyboard now, because now you have those big 2 screens and some more added functions that you can utilize on your actual keyboard. This is a game changer for people like me. I've always admired Native Instruments for designing a keyboard such as this. Like, even in the first version, when they created chords where you can just not be a keyboard player and make beautiful chords and melody lines just by changing the style of chords in any given scale, major, minor, and things like that. I just thought that was cool. So for people like me, a keyboard like this, you can never go wrong. Coming up with stuff that you could never come up with on your own, it's a no-brainer to me. If you wish to follow me in this new journey with the new design, please feel free to subscribe, share this video, like it. I appreciate all of that. Again, my name is Elip from ksound.com. Remember, music is art. You the artist. Paint your picture.